Alright, good morning everyone. Listen, about BitChute. The video for yesterday did go up, but it posted a little bit before, it actually processed and published right after I left for work. It has taken a little while. Let me adjust this. There we go. Sorry everyone, my sinuses are really messing with me this morning. Anyway, what ended up happening was it posted about, I don't know, five minutes or so after I left for work, so BitChute is kind of slow to upload sometimes, or at least not slow to upload, but slow to publish the final result. So it is there. If you're one of my BitChute viewers and you prefer to watch there, that's fine. I never got around to posting that link. I had to post the other ones because waiting on that one was just not going to happen. But anyway, yesterday's video clocked in at under 7 minutes. I was very impressed. Also very happy with it. It was short, sweet, and to the point. And you know what today is? It is Straight Tarot Tuesday. So we are just straight up doing tarot. No oracles, no runes, no nothing. And tomorrow... tomorrow we'll be doing Rune Casting Wednesday. So I hope you'll be here for that. And we're going to see what the cards can tell us just about today. You know, what do we need to sorry. What do we need to look out for? What do we need to focus on? That sort of thing. How can we make this day successful for us? I can tell you yesterday was fairly chaotic, but still wasn't terrible. It's just kind of like a lot all at once. So let's do this bad boy. Starting with you. You are the Two of Cups today. So a lot of partnerships, a lot of close working together with someone else. Your soulmates, for example. Oops. Yep. Not everything goes smoothly on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. You even get to see the little mess ups I do. So, working literally hand in hand with others today is what you're going to be doing. Working with those you're closest, you know, that you have those close bonds with is going to be everything. That is necessary. And if you don't have close bonds with the people you're working with today, if today's a day that you have to work, well, maybe it's time to confer with someone outside of it. Get a little advice. You never know. The person that you talk to today may have a little bit of advice that'll take you a long way. On the mind, we have the Lovers. There we go again with that partnership. We have the Ten of Wands, and we have the King of Wands. So, we haven't had this one come up in this particular deck yet. But again, we're pointing right at that significator, right off the bat. Partnerships, those close bonds again. Dare I say even romantic. Could be. I am seeing that. But it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could literally just be you and one of your closest friends. Someone who will love you enough to give you that straight advice, because maybe you're overthinking things a little bit. This is what I call the good problem to have. There's an abundance of ideas, of creative energies, but you're just, it's weighing on you. You don't know how to handle it. But that's also transitionary, because it moves into this. When you can organize those, when you can, dare I say, master those creative energies, when you can take total control over those creative thoughts and organize them and execute them well, that's where it really counts. And the more I look at that Lover's card, the more I'm thinking, boy, that is someone extremely close to you. Especially with that Two of Cups, because that is always going to be the, well, it's always going to be the soulmate card. So those partnerships are, you know. So, here's the thing about that Ten of Wands, though. That Ten of Wands is kind of speaking to me a little bit. When we look at that card, we're really not exactly sure what is going on with him. I can see this as the weight of it bringing him down, but there's also the fact that he's holding on to one of those wands, and he's just kind of taking a little bit of a rest before rising again and moving forward. Well, I think that that King of Wands with that charismatic presence, I think he's the one that ends up rising. Because with the King of Wands, King of Wands, this is a man who knows. He's got great conviction with him. And he knows exactly how to direct those energies to get his desired results. So working with others, you may feel a little overburdened, but remember, a problem shared is a problem halved. So let's move on to the physical, the very tangible in life. So far, it looks like we're in for another chaotic day. Yeah, but there's good news. Starting with the bad news. Gotta get that out of the way, the Tower. One thing I've always said about the Tower. The Tower may fall apart time and time again, but as long as that foundation is strong, you have something there. You have something you can build upon and move forward with. So, not necessarily the end of the world, though it'll kind of feel like it. But then we have the Six of Swords here, kind of moving on to some brighter shores, if you will. So we move from everything falling apart to just kind of moving on. You know, we're moving past all that today, and into a Four of Swords where we get some much needed rest. You know, this is our creative energy right here in the mind, but right here in the physical, it seems like we're a little lost in our own head to a degree. Over in the spirit, we've got a Four of Wands, so here's something to really celebrate. This is our big moment here. We have a Knight of Wands. And that is command, authority, and I can see command, I can see authority, and I can see presence in that. But the thing about the Knight of Wands is very like, the The Knight of Wands is very much about that. This is a lot of bravado here, and it is. And you can see the two dragons on his chest, further igniting the flames. You can be quite sure of yourself here. And then we have this Five of Cups. You know, the Five of Cups actually came up in conversation with someone else last night, where I mentioned that Five of Cups is definitely it's regret, but it's regret without having learned anything. This is where the missing piece is, because as much as we want the good news, it looks like we build our tower and then it collapses. We build our tower, then it collapses. We build our tower and it collapses. And it just happens over and over again. And it's because of that card, Five of Cups. It's because someone out there is telling you what the lesson to be learned is. But you're a little too focused on the regret. So having that regret without learning anything, just kind of drowning yourself in your own sorrows there, that's exactly what this means. Yes, you've suffered a loss, but what did you learn from it? That's the most important thing, to learn. Because, let me tell you something, you can always rebuild the tower, but unless you find out where the flaws were in the architecture, it's not going to stand for very long, no matter how pretty it is, right? So it's time to understand something. You know, I usually say one taken uncut, unfortunately, had a technical issue. So, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and sum up and then we'll get out of here. What do you say? Okay, so, building upon your solid foundation is going to be the most important thing, but you're carrying a lot of burden you don't need to, and it's time to start asking for help. And it's time to start asking for help from those who are willing to. Many of them have been offering them to you. Those closest to you have been offering their help. It's time to accept it. Because, like I said, problems shared or problems halved, you'll be able to take some of that weight off of you. You'll be able to work with those closest to you. You will still be in control. You can still be sure of your skills and your abilities. Learn from those mistakes. Move on from them. Get that rest and have something to celebrate a little later. Okay? So, I hope that resonates with you today. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for hanging in there with the little technical error I had, which the entire camera just shut off completely. No idea what that was about. Anyway,